So Brian, we know that state and local government is at this huge inflection point in terms of using technology to really transform the constituent experience. But talk to us a little bit about K-12 and higher education. Where are they on this journey in terms of technology?
Zach, that state and local government is a good example of this, but higher education, whether it's higher ed or K through 12, is actually going through it too. And it's actually even more critical for them than ever before. Technology is changing rapidly. The technology that they have is aging, right? There is a constant push-pull for them to be able to sort of stay relevant and stay innovative. And then the other parts of this is that there's a battle and a challenge for the funding. And when they have the funds, they need to spend it. And when they don't have the funds, they need to make sure that the dollars that they do have are spent wisely. So they are constantly looking for what's the right place to make the investment. They're constantly looking for the right partners to help them make that investment. And they also don't want to sort of fail. They don't have the opportunity to fail. Failure is not an option for them.
So for those companies, those partners that are maybe more familiar with the state and local government marketplace, but haven't moved into K-12 or higher education, what are maybe your top 3 recommendations for them?
Wow, great question. First is you need to connect. Higher education and K through 12 like to partner with known entities, right? So they're risk adverse by nature. So being able to sort of connect with an organization, a company, a sponsor, an industry that actually has successes or can understand them is super important. Right? If you're looking to get into the space because you're not focusing on education as much as you have been on local government, right? Start out small, right? I don't believe that you should be boiling the ocean day one. The ideal opportunity would be to sort of, smaller groups, get to understand the issues, get to know what makes them tick, get to understand how the challenges they have, and then focus on how you can be an enabler or a support agent to the problems or the challenges that they're facing. So first is obviously start small, right? Second, I think it's really important that if you are in this space and you want to grow, right? You have to sort of have those success factors underneath your belt, right? So you have to be able to talk about the opportunities that you have that they can relate to, they can connect with. They're looking for known entities. They're looking for the opportunity to sort of succeed. And they don't want to reinvent the wheel. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely say that that's another factor. Now I know that's very connected to sort of the first one we talked about. So let me say with the second recommendation, I would focus on the opportunity to sort of provide that level of intelligence. It's not just about connecting; it's about educating. So if you're going to be sitting in the room, don't just sit and listen. Be prepared to sort of be able to participate.
Be that active partner.
You need to be there. You need to sort of be able to sort of actively engage with them. And then the third, and I'm going to say the third one is a little bit sort of, maybe, a little bit more self-centered, but I think Center for Digital Education. I think
course.
We need to be part of your recommendation. We need to be part of your strategy. We know how to sort of, address this market. We have the expertise. We have the experience, right? We have strategies in which we don't necessarily believe one size fits all. Everyone has a different approach. Everyone has a different need, right? Whether you like to be digital, whether you want to do small roundtable type of conversations, whether you want to be in a room with 40 or 60 people, or whether you want to be in an event with 200. We have all those different scenarios that are available to you. We have the opportunity to sort of also work with you and do thought leadership papers. We can help you grow. And that's what our strategy is about. We are an organization that brings together the right people in the room, and we do it based upon the needs that you have. We want to understand what you're trying to accomplish.